the Movies, a podcast where we rant about films you may have seen at house parties. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and hacking me to bits at the first hint of infection is my co-host and master of none, Kira.
That's why we own a machete.
That's partly why we own a machete.
Yeah, for when the zombies come.
Yes. It is a nice decorative machete.
It's also still a machete.
Yes. But, well, not zombies, as you have lately taken to calling them.
Oh, zoombies.
Zoombies. We
Yes.
are talking 28 Days Later.
Yes, zoombies.
The film that's probably responsible for my love of zombie films, I would say.
Definitely responsible for the modern zombie re-emergence.
There were quite a few fast zombies after it.
Yeah.
But I think it was just people enjoyed the fast-moving zombie take. Because it is fucking awesome.
And it being a virus as opposed to, the dead are coming back to life.
Yeah, that in particular they did.
George A. Romero.
Yeah. That definitely there was a shift from
That
it's just reanimated dead to it might still be reanimated dead, but it's a virus that's doing it, and there's a bit more.
You don't have to
sci-fi
die,
in it.
and it was immediate, and they were fast.
But I think what makes this one stand out that bit more is because they're not actually zombies. They're not dead.
No, they're
just insanely angry.
Yeah. We were talking about this off air, the similarities between this and a Clive Barker story called Project Blind Boy.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing, only Project Blind Boy takes
lust, and that makes it a far different film.
Yeah. There is an element of it that we'll probably touch on later, but we should at least get to a summary first before we touch on that.
Yeah.
Hitting the summary relatively early for us. But,
yeah.
But I love this film so much, I know if I get started talking on any one thing, that'll just be the end of it. No. So summary time. 28 days after a viral outbreak, Jim wakes from a coma in a deserted hospital with no idea what's happened to everyone. After assaulting a priest and nearly getting blown up, Jim is rescued by Mark and Selena, who let him in on the effective zombie apocalypse. After ditching Mark, Jim and Selena meet up with Frank and his daughter Hannah, and together they try to make their way north of London to a group of soldiers claiming to have safety and a cure.
There's always somebody saying they have a cure.
Yeah, there is. Stupid soldiers.
Yeah, it's always like, it's soldiers, we have a cure. Like in 12 Monkeys, it's like, we're soldiers, we have a cure.
Yeah, in Day of the Triffids, which this film was accused of ripping off.
I love Day of the Triffids.
it's a similar setup. It's the same in fucking stupid I Am Legend, only he brings the cure to the military.
In the shitty movie?
In the shitty movie,
shitty movie.
No, not the awesome book. The awesome book has no military.
No.
Vampire Society, yes. Spoiler for the end of I Am Legend, the book.
Go read it anyway. It's incredible.
It is. It's a bit tropey, but I like how it's played out in this. If only for the scene that it gives us at the fucking end of the film.
Oh yes.
Possibly one of my favourite scenes in
this movie has probably one of the best opening sequences. Like, in terms of setting up everything, of like this disorientation, waking up alone in a hospital.
Oh, well, sorry, yeah, I thought
walking
you meant
through London.
The kind of cold open of the monkey and the animal rights guys.
No, the cold opening, I'm like, don't open, like, it's chimps, I don't care who the fuck you are, it is not safe to let an animal that size out.
Yep.
Especially not one that's that visibly pissed off.
Especially not when...
A chimp can rip you limb from limb just because it is bored.
Well,
they are way stronger than us.
There's the two things that I really like about that kind of cold opening scene. One is the scientist.
Goebbels.
Yes, he is Goebbels in Churchill, the Hollywood Years. Future episode, eventually.
It's Satan.
I mean, Goebbels. But it's Goebbels, a scientist. But straight away, the first thing he says when he realises they're trying to like break the monkeys out
he's fucking terrified. He's like, don't let them out.
Well, he tries to get to security, but straight away then he's like, they're infected. I think that's the first word out
they're
of his mouth to them.
infected. Don't like. It's in their blood. It's in their saliva. You cannot let them out.
And then he tries to
they're
explain
infected
more.
with rage. Don't do it.
But the other thing that I like is it opens on a thing that zombie films often tend to open on, which is footage of riots and stuff like that.
Mm.
And most of the times it's like then a news
montage. You get the kind of spiral.
And it's like, zombie outbreak has happened, and the footage of riots and shit that you're seeing is supposed to be of the zombie outbreak happening.
Yeah.
But in this, it opens with that. And no, that's actually all the horrible shit they're showing the poor chimps.
Yeah.
I just like that kind of...
To develop this rage aspect. It's almost a reversal. It's kind of the Clockwork Orange.
Well, yeah, but
they're doing that to the chimp.
Yeah, but I like that it's a fake out kind of on our expectations of a zombie film. Like, the first time I watched it, I expect somebody on the news to start saying something about zombies or the dead rising or something to do with the virus, but no, that's not happened yet.
I just realised that actually because it's so much like A Clockwork Orange, and that was to stop him being like kind of ultra violent, like sex crazed maniac, which is also very like links back into
Project Blind Boy
and this as well. The three of them work quite nicely together.
Yeah, but they're trying to turn the chimp into Alex as opposed to turn Alex into a productive member of society.
Yeah. Both things fail.
But, sorry then, the other kind of the main opening scene of Jim waking up in the hospital. Yeah. I love it. I fucking love it for, again, a number of reasons.
Also, we discovered that a bag of cans is quite an effective weapon.
Oh yeah, bag of cans to the face of that priest. And then, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. No, Jim, you should. That was a Catholic priest. He deserved that bag of cans to the face, dead or alive.
But Jim...
Put a bag of cans to your local Catholic priest's face. Yes. Go for it.
Anyway, Jim in the hospital, like, and he's just like on an IV and shit, and he's like woke up and been like, what the fuck is going on? There's nobody here. But because the hospital isn't like ransacked... Yeah. Because nobody had time to make it to the fucking hospital. It's not like, again, it's not like your standard one. Like, the hospital's not wrecked. There's not like The Walking Dead where it's like...
Don't open dead inside. Or don't dead open inside.
Yeah, don't dead open inside because somebody wrote that stupid.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like that where it was the epicenter of the outbreak. Nobody
makes it to the hospital with this virus.
Yeah, it spread so fast. The one or two who may have made it inside... It wouldn't have kind of spread as far.
No, I'd say if anybody in the hospital got infected, it was only because there was infected people nearby that ran into the hospital.
Because it seems to have even, when you do see, there's like almost like pockets of infected.
What, when you see them?
Yeah, they've either kind of like herded together.
Yeah, and I always kind of assumed that's just because, say,
the ripple effect out.
Well, a little bit of like whatever has attracted, say... Some noise happens and it attracts a bunch of zombies and they kill whatever makes that noise.
And they've a herd.
And then that group just kind of, they've nothing to gather their attention, so they just kind of mill around that area
as opposed to, like, say, Shaun of the Dead. Everyone's just kind of like wandering about.
They're just constantly shambling. Yeah, these ones only move when there's something to attack, really.
Well, you see that when he finally makes it to the church and the one or two go, Mwah?
Yeah.
The ones that didn't quite make it to Heaven's Gate.
Interestingly, it's not something I'd ever really considered before, but the rage zombies, shouldn't they attack each other?
I don't know.
So, like, in other zombie things, they're like, they want brains or they want flesh or whatever, but like they want living people.
Yeah, fresh meat.
If the rage virus is just rage, fucking rage, then why wouldn't they attack each other? And we don't actually see any of them attack each other.
No, they seem to kind of, once they're done kind of massacring or like spewing on them, because they don't even seem to bite, they just seem to hold them down and go all over them in some weird fucked up baby bird kind of thing.
There is a lot of vomiting. There also is plenty of attacking.
Yeah, but most of the people that you see seem to be like relatively whole. As opposed to, like, say, in Resident Evil or your more traditional
bits hanging off
reanimation one where, like, they're missing chunks. In this, they seem to need to be relatively whole to continue on.
Well, yeah, because they're not like normal zombies in that they're not reanimated. Anything that kills a human will kill one of the rage zombies.
So they are. So it is an infection. There seems to still be some cognitive, at least on a primal basis of... Well, you've already got the thing. The virus just seems to want to spread and mutate.
True, so yeah, there could be that aspect of it.
Avoiding itself.
But also, I think, just in terms of why...
Like, if there's nothing for it to spread into, it's not going to bother.
Well, yeah, I mean, a virus tends to want to propagate itself.
Yeah.
But as to the fact that there's not many, like, fetid, falling apart zombies wandering around...
Well, it's only been 4 weeks.
Well, not even that. The rage zombies that are attacking people, it's only the ones that manage to escape from their initial attacker that will then turn into a rage zombie, because I'd say anybody else is just a dead victim.
Yeah, well, you do seem to see...
you do see the rage zombies killing people.
Yeah.
And when they've killed one person, they just move on to the next living person. And that person, that they're not reanimating. They're just dead now. So there's going to be a lot less rage zombies than there would be zombies in a traditional undead sense.
Yeah, because they would get to
a big empty London, I think.
Yeah, well, because it would get to kind of like a peak sustainable size, and then it would just start to peter out.
Yeah.
And they've probably fanned out then in search for, and then you get later on where they've burned Manchester to drive them out.
But yeah, London is 4 weeks on. Everybody's either dead, infected, or gone.
Yeah.
And
or on the Isle of Dogs.
Yeah, you absolutely get that sense as he's wandering around the toppled buses. One of the things I love is when he sets off the car alarm.
Oh, and it scares the shit out of
him.
Because like London, anytime like if you've ever been in any busy city, it is constant noise, and there's not even birds.
There is no noise for him until he sets off that car alarm,
and that would be unbelievably loud if you weren't used to it, and it would echo as well in the buildings. Yeah,
and the first sound you would have heard apart from his own voice.
Yeah, and obviously kicking the shit out of that soda machine and his crinkly plastic bag of cans.
And then just before he goes into the church, when you start to get the music and he comes up to the poster board and you get that music build and the way the camera angles cut and move around, you just get this absolute sense of panic building in Cillian Murphy
he's looking at all these missing and we'll wait for you and we miss you, like, and it's weird because it's not like the aftermath of a major disaster where they're all missing posters where it's like, have you seen this person, like we saw in the aftermath of 9/11, which ironically happened, this was filmed during that. Well,
not only that, but when it was released, because this was released in 2002, there was a backlash because a lot of people said that scene in particular was insensitive.
Not really, but...
Well, I can see why people would have been upset at the time, but now, 21 years on, I much prefer that it's in there. Like Danny Boyle said, if he had shot it after 9/11, he wouldn't have had that scene in there. But that's such a great scene, and that, like, him at that poster board is the crescendo of that scene with the music building and the panic.
And the kind of realisation that something on a major scale had happened. Obviously, in a post 9/11 world, something like that, you'd be like, oh shit, something's gone wrong. But that hadn't happened in the world as we knew it at the time.
Yeah, we hadn't had 9/11 and we hadn't had coronavirus.
Yeah, but something like that where it affected that many people across it, and like that many people were missing or lost. Nothing of that scale had kind of occurred. Yeah,
and especially for him having seen empty London, and then he's just trying to piece it all together.
Yeah, because there's no obvious signs of anything having happened. Like,
yeah, there is a bus turned over, and there's a couple of like crashed cars and upturned.
But
tables
there's
in
no
the
like sign
like
of was there like an invasion? Like, there's no like.
There probably should be a few more bodies in the streets.
Yeah.
In fairness.
But it is a ghost town. And it's very eerie, and he finds the one or two papers that are kind of piecing bits together. But yeah, no, fair play to them for that as well, because they had to pay people to go around.
Yeah. It's my second favourite scene in the movie. Yeah. I think is that one of him wandering around empty London after waking up. It's just the whole film is beautiful, but just that scene and then the one at the end. They're so good.
But he makes it to the empty church, which is the first time he kind of has come across people.
Yeah, well, that's dead people.
Yeah, but it's your first time that he interacts with somebody who's actually infected.
Yeah.
And he still doesn't know what the fuck is going on, and there's presumably been some sort of culmination reached within the...
It does look like all those people... Well, I'm guessing all those people killed themselves. Because there's that many people together,
and they're all sitting quite
down.
Peaceful. Yeah, except for the one or two.
Either that, or that's just where all the rage zombies are chilling out. They're like, "Well, sit down in the church and hang out for a while."
Yeah, except for the priest, which
he's
like, "Hi, how are you, Father?" And the father's like, "Ah," and is played by Toby Sedgwick.
Toby Sedgwick,
who in and of himself is incredibly interesting. He was the director of movement and horse choreography for War Horse.
All right.
And he founded the Moving Picture Mime Show, which is one of the innovators of physical theatre throughout the world. So body movement is his whole bag. And the first rage zombie that you see kind of in that menacing, not in almost stampede mode. Yeah,
it's before they kind of, and the rest of them do, they kind of, it's like they gear up.
Yeah.
And once they start running, it's just feral.
They kind of T-1000 it. Like, they really, some of them really go for it.
Oh, well, it was all athletes.
Yeah, and they do fucking go.
Oh, yeah.
That he has that really kind of awkward, almost like rigor mortis or not rigor mortis, what would you call it? Like muscle cramp?
Bonitis?
No, like when you think about like if you're all like pumped up on rage and adrenaline, after a while you would start to get like the dinosaur hands and everything because you'd get the build. Presumably you would still get a buildup of lactic acid that would make all your muscles cramp up.
Yeah.
So they do all kind of have that gnarly like look to them, and he moves like he's been out running around all day. Given
his credentials, I'd say a lot of the other zombies on set were told, watch this guy, replicate it.
But I do love the way he moves in this kind of really weird shambolic, but then it just kicks up a notch.
But yeah, and then after that is when we see our first chase scene.
Yeah, because like the 3 or 4 of them that are downstairs are like, out of here.
Yeah, and that's when he nearly gets blown up as Selena and Mark rescue him with Molotov cocktails and then blow up a petrol station.
Oh yeah, what is it? Rule number 3, cardio?
I think that's rule number 2, but yes.
It's basically that.
Yeah.
Because they do run around that petrol station a few times.
Bit, yeah. And then get
blow
the fuck
it up.
out of there. I couldn't get over and still can't get over Mark's joke when they've rescued Jim. Like, Jim clearly has no fucking clue what's going on. He keeps asking, like, who are these people? What's going on? Where are we? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's in scrubs. He's panicked. He's wandering around, clearly lost, and Celine gets it straight away. She's like, oh, he doesn't work in the hospital. Like, he was a patient.
Yeah, and she's like, the whole time she's just like, come on. And when they finally get him to safety, he tells her a shitty joke.
Yeah, no.
While wearing a gas mask.
Yeah.
And poor fucking Jim is clearly terrified. And he's like, oh, got no sense of humour. It's like, no, you don't, you dickhead.
Yeah, Mark's a bit of a prick.
Mark is a bit of a prick. I'm imagining he's a rich prick.
Oh, his dad owns a dealership. He's got one of those chiseled jaws that's like punchable.
Well, no, it's because of the story he tells. I mean, he tells a good story, but he talks about going to the train station with a suitcase full of cash. So I'm like, right, fair enough.
Yeah.
And would also probably explain his sort of dickish attitude. And it makes it easier when Selena hacks him to bits to be like, he was a rich cunt anyway.
Yeah.
Probably
also, you get to
one
see
less
Selena.
Tory voter.
You get to see Selena hack him to bits.
Yeah. And
it's a win-win.
When Selena hacks him to bits, it's after they found Jim's parents.
Oh, yeah. When he goes to Deptford.
Yeah, that's the part in the film where the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, it's that kind of film. It's going to be a dark zombie film. It's not going to be an action-filled zombie film.
And they're like,
Well, just because it lingers on the parents in the bed for so long and they look so frail and you see the pills and you see the alcohol and then, you get the picture
letter.
And you see what's written on it and it's like, oh, that's rough. Like that, I mean... Because that's only like maybe 20 minutes into the film and all you've had is Jim wandering around lost.
Jim's woken up in a hospital. You don't know how long he's been out for.
Well, you do. Well, you don't know how long he's been out for, but you know how long since the outbreak.
Yeah.
And then you get the first zombie chase scene, big explosion.
Yeah.
So you could be thinking, oh, this could be quite a bombastic...
thrills and spills.
Yeah, more like the second one. Because the second one still is darker in tone, but it's more action and more zombie filled. This, not so much. And that's the scene, I think, where you really realise it, especially then when it follows
This has some really beautiful little quiet moments, like that are very reflective, and it deals more with kind of the human psyche, and through all this, Jim is trying to process just how much his world has changed.
Yeah, his own grief.
On top of the whole world being fucked, his own personal world has just fallen apart.
Yeah.
He has nobody left.
No, well, except for one person who's...
mildly tolerant of him.
Well, one person who seems to be completely, like, cynical and has real hard sensibilities, and the other one who's, like, very nihilistic in his approach to things.
Yeah, but, like,
so you're not getting much support from them two.
Nobody's trusting each other.
Mm. And then you have an attack scene, and Mark gets infected, and Selena hacks him to bits with no hesitation.
Oh, God, no.
And it's like, it's really one of those type of films.
Yeah, it's not like, oh no, it's in his hand, and they cut off the hand, and they're like, oh no, it's in the arm.
The usual thing of him trying to hide, because obviously you can't hide this for more than like 20 seconds.
Yeah, I do like that aspect because I fucking hate that trope.
Yeah, it's
because I know people who would fucking do that.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if there's ever a zombie apocalypse, there's about 4 or 5 people that I'm just going to just kill. Just as a point.
We're going to be... Oh, fuck. What's the sidekick in One of the Dead?
Oh, God, no.
The one who's like... They're like, you just killed He wasn't a zombie. There, you owed me money.
Yeah. No, there's a few. There's about 2 or 3 of them that would.
There's a couple on the list.
Yeah, they'd hide and buy. Yeah, we're doing the world a favour.
Yeah. Let us know who's on your I'd kill them even if they weren't a zombie list.
But just if the opportunity arose.
Yeah, I mean, like, it would. It'd be Homer. Oh my God, you killed zombie Ned Flanders. Zombie. But yeah, Mark deserves it. Well, I don't know if Mark deserves it, but I like to think Mark deserves it.
Yeah.
Although I do like his story just when he's talking about realising that they're trampling on people and that it was like a carpet of people and then it just became a deeper carpet of people and he had to like climb his way out and he got up on top of the kiosk.
I don't know. I think I just zoned out Mark.
Fair enough. He's not around for long.
Yeah, I was just like, don't care. You die now. Bye-bye.
Yeah, there's no point in getting attached to him.
No, couldn't give a shit. Celine is fun. Celine's like real hard ass, but she's also like not going to leave Jim because he doesn't know.
I think she'll help him to a certain point.
And then she's quite happy to cut it.
And then
loose.
she will have to, because you see that when they're in the tower.
She doesn't have it in her to just abandon him.
Yeah, because when they're in the tower and they're going up the stairs.
Yeah.
And
she'd fucking leave him then.
Well, no, but she doesn't. She's asked if they need a break, and he's like, no, and then he's like, oh, actually, yeah. And he says he has a headache, and she's like, why didn't you tell me? And he's like, well, I didn't think you'd care.
Yeah.
And at that point, they're not in any immediate danger, and he is still like useful to her. So yeah, get rid of his headache. We can both keep going faster. As soon as there's zombies running up the stairs,
she's
gone, and he's screaming, Selena, wait!
How did they get all their shopping trolleys there? That would not have been a quiet endeavour.
No, it wouldn't have been, but Frank does seem to have a pretty good setup with his riot gear and his various locked doors, so
yeah,
he's held off for a while.
Yeah.
But that's another one of those moments when the rage zombies start climbing the trolleys.
And
it's
you're
like,
oh
fuck. Not only are they fast,
they can climb shit.
They're just as dexterous and fucking agile as your average human.
Yeah,
Hooray!
They're not TARDIS zombies.
No, they're not fat slovenly zombies.
No.
They're CrossFit zombies.
Shit.
But yeah, we meet Frank and Hannah pretty quickly after Mark's
in their
demise.
tower block, yeah.
I do.
I like their whole gig. I love the poor fish.
In
in the little inch of water. The
at
poor
least they've
bastard.
kept the fish alive as long as they could.
Did you put them outside?
Outside in what? There's no rainwater. That's like one of the plot points. Huh?
There's probably a pond somewhere.
Okay, look, you can keep the fish alive in an inch or two of water, or you can risk almost.
You can't. It's really
or you can risk almost certain death to get them to a pond. Okay, I'm saying at least they're doing what they can for the goldfish. But
they leave the fish.
Oh my God! Why are you so hung up on the goldfish?
Because why keep it that long and then leave it in the apartment?
Drop it. Or I'm going to go and buy some goldfish and kill them intentionally.
Well, I can't keep goldfish alive.
Yeah,
so.
well, actually, I'll just buy some goldfish and give them to you.
That's not my fault. I didn't know they jumped out of the tank.
Well, we know
Put a lid on your goldfish tank.
Yes, goldfish jump. At least Kira's do, anyway.
Stop it.
They're like Paris Hilton's dogs in South Park.
Oh, they all kept killing themselves? Oh, stop. Not good with things that live in water, okay?
Yes. Oh, and Frank is, of course, another one of our own, Brendan Gleeson. And Selena
Frank.
is Naomi Harris, and Hannah is Megan Burns. And I didn't bother to write Mark's name down, but he was the Burning Man in Event Horizon, as you pointed out to me.
Yep. He has been in other stuff, but he was the Burning Man in Event Horizon. That was
we only care about previous episodes.
Yeah, no, Frank is one of those people who's watched a bit too much Ray Mears.
Oh, yes.
But it's useful,
he's trying.
Yeah, because he talks about about collecting water from condensation, but he couldn't figure out how it worked.
Yeah, apparently the reason it wouldn't work for him is because he's got it over an asphalt roof, and you need to do that over soil because it's moisture getting released from the ground that you're trying to trap.
Yeah, or you hang it from a tree, I think, so you get it coming off the leaves.
Yeah, but an asphalt roof won't work.
Yeah, or I think it was something like you put that bag around the tree. Around like a branch, and you get it off the leaves or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Watch Ray Mears.
Yeah.
Frank did.
Frank did.
And it served him well.
Yeah.
Except for the dry shaving. That just looks painful. Just, dude, grow a beard.
Yeah, just go with it.
Just go with it. Although I don't blame him because he ends up covered in a whole load of fake blood and that stuff is sticky as shit.
Yeah.
Facial hair, it's got to be waxed off anyway.
Yeah, practically speaking, from an actor's point of view. Yeah.
Clean shaven.
But I do like how, one of the first things Selena says to Jim in confidence when they get there is like, oh, they need us more than we need them.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely not true as things turn out, because like he's got a taxi with a whole load of...
They have timed doing a tyre change.
Yeah,
they're a well-oiled Formula 1 team.
He's been waiting on an opportunity. Like they were flashing the lights.
Yeah.
Obviously only for, I'm guessing, for maybe a few minutes a night or a few minutes every hour or something like that. To try and get survivors' attentions, because obviously his plan is, we've heard this soldier thing.
We can't do it by ourselves.
Just the two of us.
We need a couple more bodies at least to help drive on shifts.
Yeah.
Just for the overall logistics of getting to Manchester.
Somewhere near Manchester, I think.
Yeah. They were like the 26th barricade or something like that. Blockade.
But I like that you've got then this kind of really nice balance in the four characters of the kind of the humanist in Jim, who doesn't really want to leave anybody behind, the cynic or the hard ass in Selena, the realist in Frank, and then obviously the idealist in the
she's all Hannah's kind of the innocent to a degree, like
to a degree, but she's
practical as well. She's
very
extremely practical,
and she has some quite good moments where she calls Selena out and she's like, "You're wrong." After Frank has said, "You're right, it was the truth, we do need you." Yeah. Hannah's like, "No, you actually need us as much. You just aren't admitting it." And then I really liked the bit later on when Major West is having his speech about, it's people killing people. That's what I saw before the virus. That's what I see now. Yeah. And he says something to Hannah about, he tells her she really needs to eat. And she's like, "No, I really need to bury my dad. He's one of the people you were just talking about." Yeah. She's got some great bits. Yeah.
Hannah, towards the kind of after everything goes down, when she's shut down, and it's just that very cold, blunt, I do not give a shit. I have nothing left to lose.
And she's an excellent actress, actually. Yeah. She has only been in 3 things. She quit after this film and she did 1 thing in 2018 or 2017 and hasn't done anything else. Which is a shame. I mean, from she was a really good actress. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? If she didn't want to act, I'm not going to force her to act. Yeah. But she's great in this.
Yeah,
the whole cast
there's
is fantastic.
There's a couple of really, Hannah gets some nice little kind of plot twists in this.
Yeah.
And she does. It really, really shines.
Yeah, but you are right. The first half of this film it's really beautiful, and it's this real kind of
it's very
isolationist, it's beautiful isolation.
It's all very almost soft focus.
Yeah, it's a lot of dawn and dusk.
Yeah,
the shots when they're walking along the
they
railroad.
Stop, and they stop and have the picnic, and it's the countryside, and there's the horses, and it's all very idyllic and serene, beautiful. Yeah. And you've got the choral piece as they're driving up this empty motorway.
Oh, the music in the film, not just in the House in a Heartbeat. The music the whole way through it.
I love the music in the grocery store.
Yeah,
that cracks me up every time. Also, take more whiskey.
Also, I do like the way he leaves his credit card behind. Yeah, in a real, I'm paying for this.
But you only took 1 bottle of whiskey. The fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, you should probably take some more.
Yeah.
Especially the soldiers will appreciate it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's all very kind of soft focus, soft lighting. Even when they're in the tunnel changing the tyre. Actually, as the zombies are coming around. Not zombies.
Rage zombies is fine.
As they're starting to come down the tunnel, and you've got the shadows.
No, the super long shadows.
The super long shadows, and it's just this ominous shadow running, and even as they get smaller, you realise there's fucking hundreds of them coming, and they are fast. And the rats, I love the rats in that scene. Yeah, it's just such a nice touch that it's oh shit, there go the rats.
But you have just enough of it's a really well paced film, but slow but in a good way for the first hour.
Yeah.
Where you have all this stuff of Jim meeting up with Selena and Mark, and then Frank and Hannah, and then making their way to the soldiers. And there's a couple of zombie bits along the way.
But it establishes kind of their dynamic as a group as well, which becomes extremely important in the latter half of the film.
Yeah, and there's just enough zombie stuff along the way to establish the world is fucked. Jim's nightmare being left behind.
Yeah. Yeah. Just you poor bastard.
Yeah.
And then Jim's weird roadhouse truck stop.
Yeah, where
Jim works out some shit on this road trip, and I don't think anyone else really needed to be involved in it.
We were talking about this yesterday when we were watching it, because the little kid zombie screams, "I hate you."
Yeah.
Just before he gets the shit knocked out of his face with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
And I I always took it as because Jim hasn't had to do any violence up to this point. He's still very much...
He does violence.
He does.
He goes in there and does a violence.
As Joe would say, he does a murder. But yeah, he goes in there and he does a murder on the little kid. But before the kid drops down, he has this look on his face. And it's that look of somebody who just wants to fuck somebody else up. And he says hello in a really deliberate way, hoping somebody's going to come out. And then the kid comes out and he pins him down. And just as he's about to smash him in the face, you hear a little kid screaming, "I hate you." And I'm like, no other zombie talks, so I'm assuming it's not the zombie. And I'm like...
Is it some weird voice in his head? Is Jim secretly a psychopath?
No, I was like...
Is Jim secretly a psychopath? Is the bike courier story all a lie? Is all the events that happen later on actually Jim? Because what the fuck?
No, because that would be shitty, like the fucking plot of Predators.
Sorry.
No, but I always just thought it was kind of a thing where, like, it was just Jim working out some of his anger at the world. And this childish voice kind of came out. But no, apparently in the trivia it is supposed to be the zombie kid. And it's the only zombie that talks. And I'm like,
that was kind of shitty.
Never mind my made up symbolism.
Also, the ADR don't match up. I do like, though, Jim's grin, because it's very, very...
There.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The scene in American History X when Edward Norton's the character is getting arrested after curb stomping the guy.
Oh, he's got that kind of...
It's that same crazy eye look with the grin and just the almost like hyper focus. The tiny, tiny pupils, like pretty much the exact same. And it's the same kind of, oh, Jesus. I think as well, because it is this unprovoked violence. Yeah. It just works really, really well.
Yeah, but...
The revelry.
Yeah.
And then when he comes out, he's like, I'm fine.
Yeah, nothing happened. Let's go.
Drop the kids off at the pool. Nothing happens. Come on, get in the car. Let's go. Come on, chop, chop.
But yeah, then they make their way to the soldiers. And the soldiers more or less let Frank get killed.
The blockade breaks my heart every time they get to it.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that one of the bodies from the blockade went walkabouts. And was found a couple of years later. Well, like one of the prop bodies.
Oh, they didn't find... No, it wasn't.
It was
there.
left behind.
It was the ones in the ditch.
Somebody forgot about it.
Some woman saw it and crashed and called the police. And it was while they were still filming.
Yeah.
Like, so Danny Boyle had to go down and kind of explain himself, apparently.
Yeah, well, they actually ended up doing kind of like a rolling closure of parts of the motorway to try and get footage.
Oh, no, the ditch... that the soldiers have dropped bodies in.
Oh, they left them there. Oh, God, no.
No, it wasn't all of them, but they left one or two there by accident. And yeah,
how? It's a body.
Some woman was driving by on a nearby road,
no,
crashed when she saw it. And,
but I believe another one did go walkabouts offset and was then later found being displayed in a pub.
No, that was that.
Was that gifted?
Yeah, the local crew just drank in that pub and enjoyed it so much, and after filming,
we're like, here's a leg.
They gifted them a zombie body.
Which gets trotted out every Halloween.
But yeah, even that bit at the blockade when Frank turns and the soldiers pop up all of a sudden and shoot him.
Nasty little fucking bastards.
But the first time you're watching it, you're like, you were there the whole time. You basically just let Frank die, and then you find out
the further plot, and it makes all.
Yeah, you're like, of course, given what they want.
Everything makes sense now. But why Frank?
Because he's Hannah's father.
Yeah, he's gonna fight harder.
Yeah. And at least Farrell is the only good soldier.
I love Farrell.
Yeah, and he's
right. I
right.
really do. And Farrell has a line, and that line is established very early on in the interactions with them.
Yeah, because
he's 100% right. He's like, it's literally been 4 weeks. The rest of the world is going on. They don't give a shit about us. They've quarantined us, and they're just waiting on us
to see
what goes on. And these guys are just being like, oh, they've all turned into the fucking Artilleryman.
They have.
From War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
They're going to build a brave new world.
They are, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Only champagne now, we're the boss.
Oh, yeah. We'll have everything like prisons and banks. Why do you start with prisons?
Not poetry. No. Science.
We'll live underground.
Yeah,
God.
Major West is gone a bit. But I get the impression that even if Farrell thought the whole world was fucked, he still wouldn't be cool with let's
What?
get some brood wives. Like,
Yeah, nah.
I don't think he'd be cool with that in any way.
Yeah, because they're like, oh yeah, no, we need some ladies because we're going to have to repopulate the planet. And it's like...
Basically, yeah. That's their excuse.
We're just going to start a whole new society and we're going to be okay and we have
need
this.
some women.
And we need some ladies. And it's like, ugh.
Yeah, Christopher Eccleston tries to be like, oh, I needed it because my men were going to kill themselves and they saw no future and so can't have future without women, so I promised them women. It's like, yeah, okay. Why? That's like...
There's a very, very old joke, and I can't remember who it's attributed to, about being stationed out in the desert.
Oh, about the camels.
The camels?
Oh, yeah, there's tons of versions of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, get them a fucking camel, dude. Let them bugger each other.
Yeah, come on. They're like one
cop on.
Yeah, in the dark, any hole is a goal.
Yeah, no, let them soldiers bugger each other.
Yeah, as is tradition.
'Tis the Greek way.
Fucking Greeks.
But Christopher Eccleston...
One or two of them are proper fucking psycho. I'm sorry. Like, especially that main bastard who I'm so happy with.
Private Clifton.
Jesus Christ. How, like...
I have one note for him.
Psycho nut.
No, I just have him down as rapey cunt. Because that's what he is. He's a rapey cunt. And he gets what's coming to him.
Yeah, no, if this was the battalion of soldiers that was in Dog Soldiers, you'd be rooting for the werewolves.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, these are horrible
No, you're
people.
not supposed to like any of them. And there's a bit they have like in the...
And you know that kind of Farrell is set aside because he doesn't interact with them, and they're all trying to degrade him and being like, oh, he's all new agey, like, why did you even join the military?
Yeah, and they have a bit of soldiery banter like from Dog Soldiers in the kind of first scene.
Yeah, where they're all fucking with the kids.
Yeah, but they don't lay it on too heavy because obviously the other shoe is going to fall very soon.
Yeah.
And it does. And it doesn't take long for Major West to be like, hey, look, yeah, you saw my guys get a little bit handsy, so here's the deal. Yeah, I promised them women, and you're either with us or against us. And if you're against us, like Farrell is, we're
going to take you back and have you put down.
Yeah, although I do like how when Farrell pulls Private Clifton off Selena, Clifton, he knows that the other lads have his back, so he tries to mouth off and he's like, oh, what are you going to fucking do? And he's like mid-sentence and Farrell just puts a boot straight to his face.
Doesn't care.
Oh, it's fucking brutal.
That's Farrell's line.
Yeah.
Hands.
Yeah, no, and he does, he proper order, like mid-sentence, just boot straight to the face. And just
stares West out of it.
Yeah.
As well, like, come on, you fucking try me.
Yeah, am I wrong?
Yeah, no, Farrell's a good guy.
Yeah, Farrell and Jim won't stand for it, so they get taken out back to be shot.
Yeah.
Rapey cunt wants to be...
Stabby!
Yeah, wants to be a stabby cunt.
Why does he want to be a stab-happy cunt? And I like the fact that Farrell's goading him as well. And everyone else is like, oh no, man, just shoot him. Like, it's cleaner. And Farrell's like, oh, what? You're going to come fucking stab me?
I think it's because...
Like, you're going to be a big hard man, try and fucking stab me.
I think Farrell thinks, there's a chance Jim might be able to escape if I do this. Or at the very least, if he comes at me with a knife, there's a good chance I can take it off him and stab him back before the other fella shoots me.
And I reckon Farrell can fucking handle himself because he's probably been in more fights than you know.
Well, he already took Clifton down pretty quickly the first time. Yeah, that leads to Jim escaping and just my favourite scene.
Well, that's because the kid obviously does not want to see...
Yeah, at least he's got the decency to just shoot Farrell and kill him.
Yeah, he just shoots him and then that results in Rapey Cunt turning on him, which Jim uses as an opportunity to hide in the pile of bodies.
It's pretty clever.
The tried and true method. Hide in the pile of bodies.
That's Jim's moves from here on out are clever and it's the only thing that keeps him alive.
Yeah, it's like Jim's brain finally kicks into like
survival mode.
Yeah, and he just kind of goes a bit Rambo-y on everybody.
He does, but it's, as I say, it's because he's smart about it, it's pretty believable.
Yeah, no, I enjoy it. Except
with
for
a bit
maybe...
of look and the way he goes about things, it's more or less believable.
Yeah, no, I know you were giving out about him putting your man
in the car,
Jeep, but that also makes sense for him to realise that the Jeep is disabled. Or he'll go looking for him.
It was just the timing. I was just like, okay, he knocked him down.
Yeah.
So he fell down to the ground. Then he has to get down the ladder and drag him over to the thing without getting seen by West, who's just running around shooting everything.
Yeah, just randomly.
But it's the only bit. Everything else, he doesn't have to take on West there. West buggers off like a wuss back to the mansion.
Yeah.
And the first thing he does when he gets back to the mansion, well, that Jim does when he gets back to the mansion, is release Mailer, their fucking pet zombie.
And Mailer goes, you're up there, I can't get you, but I know that you come through that door there. And
and Mailer takes out one of the guys.
Mailer's the only one where you kind of almost can still see intelligence. Or at least recognition, some sort of spark of something.
Because he looks up at Jim. Yeah, I don't even think it's that you've helped me. It's like a quick consideration of you've got a gun. I know what that does. You're very high up, and there's other people in there.
And I'm going to go for the
I'm going to go for the easy meal.
Yeah, see ya. And off he goes.
But Mailer takes out one of the other soldiers.
Through the window?
Who takes out one of the other soldiers who turns. Jim only takes out your man at the barricade.
Yeah.
Doris, who's running away, and he sticks him with the bayonet. And then your man at the end who jumps on top of.
I feel so sorry for him. I don't think he can... He's that kid who went into the military because he had no other prospects. Yeah. And he's really soft and he doesn't... he's not comfortable and he does stand up to them. And he doesn't want to be there. And he, you can see that in the way he hides. And I do feel bad for him. He kind of didn't deserve that.
Yeah, I don't feel too bad for him. I mean, they wouldn't take him with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, but he still didn't deserve to get bayoneted to the chest. I don't think. I think he...
Well, at least it was...
I think Jim could have, he could have been allowed to, just flee and...
And just never see him again. No, see, I think it's better the way they do it because... It's Jim giving him a mercy kill is the way I view it. That's the way I view it. He's so petrified and terrified.
Yeah.
He doesn't see it coming. He just gets sticked in the chest and then he's pretty much dead.
It's almost the same as Thingy running into the log.
Brucey.
Yeah. Poor old Brucey.
Yeah, although I feel bad about Brucey.
Yeah.
But and then he takes out your man at the end, rapey cunt.
Yeah.
Who gets his eyes gouged out. And rightly so. Yeah, so I mean, it is the zombies who do most of the work for Jim.
But from the moment it gets dark, after Jim's gone over the wall and they're like, fuck it, he can't survive out there.
Yeah.
And you have the scene with Selena and Hannah where they're trying to dress them. Yeah. And that's all just incredibly, horribly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then Selena kind of encourages them to leave them alone for a little bit because she's like, I can talk her around, and by talk her around I'm going to give her some Xanax.
Yeah.
Or something of that type where she's like, you won't be able to...
I think it's supposed to be the Valium that she had from earlier.
Oh, is it Valium?
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense because she has no brain mouth filter after that, which is where you get the taunting of they're all dead, they've gone too long.
Yeah,
and
you're next.
And she does not give a shit. She's fucking stoned.
Yeah.
But she has that Valium no filter thing going on.
Well, I think it's also I know what these asshole soldiers are planning to do to me, so I don't care if I freak them out a little bit.
But you've got In the House and the Heartbeat kind of starting very quietly in the background from the moment that the soldiers go to see what's going on, which is Jim
setting the alarm off.
Setting the alarm off, yeah. And everything about how the camera work, all the lighting, it all becomes very sharp, very precise, very framed.
There's a whole big thing in the trivia about how he shot the zombies. I can't remember all the details, but he shot it on a particular type of way that it was kind of slow motion, but not slow motion. And it made for this real kind of jarry effect, and that was how he shot the zombies. And from the second Jim gets back to the blockade, that's how Jim is exclusively shot for the rest of the film until the very end. But
even the way a lot of the shots are framed, it all becomes very, very tight and very sharp, and there's only maybe one or two light sources in each scene that make it give you these really stark shadows. And then the only kind of real colour, because it's also pissing rain and there's lightning.
Yeah.
So you're getting these flashes which bleach out everything.
Yeah.
So all you're seeing is the red then when the gore starts. And it actually becomes very almost like graphic novel-y in that sense, where you're getting these, especially when Jim's running through the house and he goes through the secret door.
Yeah.
And the next lightning flash, you've got the two of them.
When he comes
one's in the corner and the other one's just looking sideways.
And that soldier who's under the bed, who's like, I've got no bullets.
Yeah.
And Jim's just like, cool.
Fuck it, I'm out the window.
They're right behind me. See ya.
Yeah. But it becomes very, it had been very soft and flowy up to that point. It becomes very staccato paced.
Oh yeah, and I think because everything that's come before, that first hour, that slowness, that steady pace, that getting used to all the characters, and then it's really not that violent. You've only got 3 or 4 small zombie bits. And then you have all this violence at the end, and it's
but it
from
builds
Jim
as well.
It's human on human.
Yeah.
It's what West was talking about, but West has forced him into it.
Yeah, it's kind of like my old good old, monster gonna monster.
Well, it's monster gonna monster, but it's...
Like, the rage zombies are just doing what a rage zombie's gonna do.
Yeah.
Whereas what the humans are doing is deliberate and targeted. So, monster gonna monster, but this is totally different.
I think it's kind of poetic because West has had his whole thing about, humans are killing humans. It's what they've always done. It's fucking business as usual. We're going to just start a new society when this one burns itself out.
Yeah.
But his very actions forced Jim into the exact mindset and position that he's been giving out about.
He's left him nothing but violence.
He's brought out the rage zombie in him, and I just love the way that whole scene plays out. Every aspect of it. Because just with the way it's shot, like the actual camera work, the editing on it, the music, you know he's not infected because he's firing a gun and he's doing very deliberate things that we haven't seen any of the rage zombies do. But you still at the same time can't help but feel like
there's something else going on.
And I think it is, it's literally just that West has forced him into this absolute primal state of fight and protect. And I love it so much. It is, I think it really is. We haven't watched this. Like, I used to watch this at least twice a year from the year it came out for most of my early 20s. I'd say nearly 10 years since we watched this. I had forgotten how much I love this scene. Easily my favourite scene in
I had forgotten how
all
long
of 21st century cinema, probably.
That whole sequence actually is. Because it does, I have a particular fondness for the piece of music behind it. Which has been used, like Kick-Ass used it really, really well in the scene with Big Daddy with the Strobes.
Warehouse. Yeah.
Again,
not as good as this, but still really good.
Very much in the same kind of sphere.
Yeah.
But I've forgotten how, number one, it is actually quite a long piece, and the sequence is as long as the pieces, and I think it's about 10 minutes where it builds, but it builds in such a way that the way the music layers builds a tension in you.
Oh, absolutely.
That really, if it didn't have that backing, it wouldn't be. Oh no, and the
same with the opening scene in London. If that music wasn't there, you wouldn't get that sense of panic either. And it's the same in
a culmination
in Sunshine.
of
In Sunshine, and What Do You See?
Oh, I love it.
I
there are certain
talked about how much I love that and how beautiful that was at the time, and probably said that was my favourite scene. But that's just one visual. This is a whole fucking long ass scene.
Yeah.
But it has that same kind of like Danny Boyle knows how to make music and visuals work together really fucking well.
This one, and the way it's edited, the whole editing process as well that went into this.
Yeah.
To give you this, like the house you never get a true layout of the house. And Jim doesn't have a layout of the house, even though he's found some like little secret passages or hidden rooms, whether that's pure dumb luck or he's just booting it around the outside and just trying.
But also a lot of the artwork and the statues in the house are of, I'll probably mispronounce it, it's like Laocoon, he was one of the soldiers one of the priests of Troy, who advised against letting the wooden soldier inside.
The wooden soldier, the wooden horse.
The wooden horse inside. Yeah, there's a lot of artwork of him and statues of him around the house as a little nod to, maybe don't trust these soldiers, guy.
Yeah.
But also that, with that kind of confusing layout of the house that you're not too sure of.
Because it's like some big ornate rooms, and then down in the kitchen is very much throwback because it's
the bowels of the house.
With the steps down into the kitchen and the domed roof. And then the bigger dressing rooms. There's something about the shot where the soldier's hiding under the bed. In that room, there's the two porcelain dolls.
What, the one with the fly crawling across it?
They're in focus and the fly's crawling up the face, and it's a kid's room, and it really fucking freaks me out. I really dislike it.
There's about 5 or 6 things in the trivia that specifically mentioned like famous photographs Danny Boyle had used for certain scenes. There was ones from like car bomb aftermaths in Belfast. There was ones from like something to do with Pol Pot's regime. Yeah, just various like iconic photographs that he drew from. It didn't mention that, but I'm nearly positive that must have also been either from like an iconic horror film or another photograph, because he drew apparently a lot of these
as well, because that one is that one stands out as well because it is the only one where there's something like that. You've got their interaction in the background that's not quite in focus, and this always is in very sharp focus at the front, and it just weirds me out. The fly.
I think it's that element of decay, and again,
Yeah,
with Jim being the way he is, it adds to your kind of unease over. Because normally,
also the implication there, the soldier is hiding in a small child's bedroom. Like, he's hiding from the big bad wolf.
Oh yeah,
like the boogeyman he's under the bed,
but that's
hiding from the boogeyman.
That's again one of the reasons that I love this scene so much, because it's the protagonist in a zombie film going badass against a group of soldiers who have wronged him. We should be all gung ho. Like, in other films when things like that happen, it's a big rah action thing, and it's our hero kicking ass like he should be. That's not the feeling you get when you're watching Jim run around setting zombies loose on people, stabbing them, and then gouging their eyes out. You're like, okay, I mean, they all deserve it, but like, I mean,
damn, Jim.
Yeah, I'm not really like. I mean,
you want a cigarette?
Yeah, I want you to save the girls and all, but like.
At least you do get to hear, like, as he's running around, you do hear him calling for Hannah and Selena. So you're like, oh, okay, he's just not rampage. It's not just like a rampage. That's okay. He is there. Yeah. He's not just enacting revenge on their behalf.
I mean, I think
he is actively searching for them.
We could do an entire podcast on this scene. I wrote an essay in college on this scene alone. We could do hours on this scene alone.
I do like when he comes down, when he actually manages to get into the attic section.
Yeah.
So, and he can hear them then. That Hannah hiding behind the mirror.
Oh, it's brilliant.
So many bits in this. It's just nice little, like, nuggets. It's like, it's almost like somebody was like, what do you want to see happen?
Yeah.
And they managed to work it in. Hannah snapped out of it fairly fast. I'll give her that.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable.
I do enjoy, though, just as the scene is starting to ramp up, when they're making a break for it out the door, and it's absolutely lashing rain, and the two come in from outside.
Yeah.
And they're like, how did you get out here? And then you hear the high-pitched screaming, and they
Doris.
look down the hallway, and Doris runs past. And then
the other zombie goes past going, blah, blah, blah.
And they're like, right, fuck it, you get after it, go on, and you get back off in there.
Yeah.
But they go from being all kind of like leery, like, oh, what's going on here, to, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And I do kind of like, oh, okay, all right, at least you understand the severity of the situation.
Well, they're still soldiers as well.
But you haven't just gone, right, we have the girls.
Well,
let's just leave.
I'm pretty sure that's what Dickhead's plan is he goes, you go after Mailer, I'll stay here with the girls.
Well, no, he takes them off.
And then he's going to fuck off.
Yeah, he takes them off into another room, but
But yeah, no, it's such an excellent, like, it's not the last scene, but it is,
that's like the only kind of comedic bit, because it is almost like, almost Scooby-Doo-esque.
Yeah, there's one or two kind of...
The shrieking doesn't help.
There are a couple of bits of levity
and there is very much a clever girl scene.
Oh, yeah.
When he's going into the kitchen.
Yeah. I know the fact that the goriest scene in all of the zombie film is human on human violence. Yeah. It's just, it's so good. But as to the actual ending, I'm still not sure which one I prefer, because possibly still have the special edition DVD of this, and there's a few different alternate endings. They shot a whole bunch. But there's 3 on the DVD that I recall. One, Jim dies in the hospital, and Hannah and Selena walk out of the hospital on their own. Ambiguous ending, but they're probably going to die.
Yeah.
Another one is the one we see in the film, and another one is Celine sewing at the table, talking to somebody, and you think she thinks she's talking to Jim, and the camera pans around, and she's just talking to a chicken. And then Hannah runs in, says, I can hear it coming, and we have pretty much the same ending with the plane going overhead, only Jim is dead.
Yeah.
And I can't decide which one I prefer. I don't like the ambiguous ending with Jim dead and the girls just leaving
the hospital.
But as to the other two, the hopeful ending, one with Jim dead and one with Jim not, I'm not sure which I prefer. Like, I don't think I'd be too upset with Jim being dead.
I don't mind Jim not being dead. I would...
No, I'm not arguing for Jim's death here. I just can't decide.
No, I just think there would have been a very funny follow-up that was like, Jim's mental progression. Having done these things and having to come to terms with that.
Well, I mean, he started... The first thing he did was kill a kid.
Yeah.
So killing a bunch of rape-happy soldiers, probably a bit easier for him.
And then telling Major West, I killed a kid.
Yeah. Although, in fairness, he doesn't kill Major West. Hannah gets that.
Oh, Hannah gets that wonderful distinction and honour, and clever girl.
Yes, but yeah, I can't decide which ending I prefer.
I'm just glad that there was a finished pilot in it.
Yeah, I do know. I definitely prefer the ending we got over the ambiguous one. Like, I like that you also kind of see that you see that Farrell was right, because just before
when
Jim gets to run away, he sees a jet airplane flying overhead.
And he's like, shit, the world really is just going on. And you realise that the soldiers are like, oh yeah, no, there's no more society. And Farrell, like, everything that Farrell's been saying, like, no, there is. Like, the world's just going on. They're just all watching the UK. They don't give a shit. Like, there's a sea border. That's all they have to patrol.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see the DUP complain about that.
The DUP don't complain about anything. And again, that kind of tracks and makes sense, because for how quickly the virus spreads, even if somebody managed
so fast,
even if somebody managed to get on a half an hour flight to fucking Paris, by the time that person gets on board and starts infecting other people,
that plane is going to
plane's going to crash.
Yeah.
Or that pilot is going to have that door locked and be like, I've got a bunch of like zombies on my plane.
Yeah, and then
I'm just going to crash it into the sea.
Then
okay?
that plane's going to get blown out of the sky.
Yeah, or similarly, if somebody manages to get on a boat, they'd realise before the boat got into dock and they'd scuttle the fucking boat.
Yeah, it's not like England in Doomsday where they were infected and making it to the wall, and then the soldiers get a bit kill happy.
Yeah, and again, but even in
like, there's no incubation period in this. It's about 20 seconds.
Yeah, in Doomsday,
so it is a very immediate cause and effect. So yeah.
Farrell's
right.
They
just went quarantine the whole country. Yeah, off you go. Bye bye.
I know at the start, Selena says, just before broadcast stopped, we heard reports of it in France. New York and France, or New York and Paris.
Which the only thing I can think of it making its way to France, not by water or air, is the Channel.
The Channel. That possibly.
And that is a very determined rage zombie running. Because how do you close a tunnel like that? Like, unless they concrete on the... Yeah, but either way, then you've still got an open tunnel that's not sealed.
Yeah, but apparently the reason that they went that way was just changes in the script. As they went on, they kind of and fleshed out the idea more. They thought, no, do you know what? It probably wouldn't be able to make it. Definitely not to New York.
No, because
probably not even to Paris. And they wanted to have this ending with Farrell. Well, Farrell being the way he is, like.
No, I like Farrell. I do like the fact that Farrell's like, no.
Yeah, don't be stupid. But is there anything else we love about this film? I mean, apart from all of it.
No, it was because it was such a different zombie film. It was a kind of re-sparked interest in the genre, because up until this point it had been kind of...
Yeah.
I think the only one I can think of that came out anywhere near this would have been Dawn of the Dead.
That was 2004. That was the next big fast zombie film, and that very much took its cue from this.
Yeah.
And
I'm trying to think of, did they come out in the 90s?
Fast zombies.
No, not fast zombies, but just zombie films in general. It was kind of a very much a dead genre at this point.
At that point, yeah, there wasn't any big
you had
blockbuster zombie films in the 90s. They were probably only,
it was like
big
action and aliens and monsters. Zombies weren't really a thing.
No, it was the Michael Bay, John Woo era. Yeah, but they did want Robert Carlyle as Major West, but he was unavailable.
Oh.
And now he would have been good, because I've seen him in enough villainous roles, but I think I prefer him with the role he has in the second one. Yeah,
no, I like him as the dad in the second one. I do think they could
Christopher Eccleston does a great job in this as well.
I think Christopher Eccleston could have almost been creepier, just in a more kind of not stand up. I know he's trying to be welcoming and lure them, but it's almost like he thinks himself above them as well.
Oh, he's an absolute hypocrite.
Smarm.
I think I just see him as an absolute hypocrite in nearly everything he does.
Yeah,
because even when he's like, go and get the girls dressed up.
Yeah.
Like, he knows what the guys are going to do. It doesn't look like he's going to take part.
No.
Why do they need to be dressed up? It's like he's trying to
he's this little puppet master. He's here's your toys, go play with them.
But if you dress them up, it's somehow less degrading to them or something. And it's like, he walks away looking like he feels bad about having to do this to them. He fucking doesn't. He's an absolute hypocrite, and it's the same in the way he's talking to them. He's like, we need you guys to set up the new society. But obviously we're better than you because we're soldiers and we know all this stuff. Yeah. He's just, he's a prick of a character.
He is.
But it's such a well-written film. It's Alex Garland.
Yeah.
And when the two of them work together, when Alex Garland and Danny Boyle work together, it's
magic.
There's very little that I don't like about this film. One or two small things, like I said, maybe the rage zombies should attack each other a bit. But then, virus does want to propagate, so virus got a virus like monster got a monster.
Yeah, you can't get COVID while you're COVID. Like, you can't get more rage virus. Like, you can't get like, oh no, he's like super. I'm
not saying just the odd fight. And the only other thing...
Oh, almost like a snapping, snarling kind of predatory type affair.
That kind of thing. Because in the scene where your man is hiding...
I also want to see a rage pig or possibly a rage squirrel. Because I think if it jumped to like squirrels, that would be an unstoppable army.
Well, I don't think it's supposed to be transferable to other animals. It's based on...
Polio?
Ebola.
Oh, Ebola.
So can transfer amongst primates, including humans.
Sorry, because the whole polio vaccine incubated in rhesus monkeys there for HIV, unfortunate side effect of. But yeah, no, it makes sense that it's based on Ebola because, contact.
Yeah, in that scene when
outbreak.
Yeah, that scene where your man is hiding under the kitchen counters and your man gets flung onto the table.
Oh,
I actually wouldn't have minded because it's supposed to be pure on kind of rage and all of your instinctual. And these soldiers
you get a boner and you shit yourself?
Well, no, but up until recently, one of those newly turned zombies was about to rape somebody.
Yeah.
And they did. I'm not sure if they filmed it, but they certainly intended to extend that scene and have that soldier be sodomized.
An implication of it.
There's a very slight implication there. But considering all the stuff that they plan on doing to the girls, I wouldn't have minded seeing a guy get actually sodomized on screen for a second or two. Not literally sodomized, you know what I mean? Make it a little bit more explicit.
Yeah, just say the taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, they fucking deserve it. And I think it's one of those things that pisses me off where so many films are like, oh, how can we show these are bad guys? Oh, they're rapey. They're rapey bad guys. That's
You said rape twice.
Yeah, they really like rape. But as soon as it's a guy that's about to get raped, oh no, can't show that.
No.
You know what I mean?
That's the whole premise of the horror in Alien.
Yeah, and even then they have to skirt around it and use a big giant fucking alien bursting out of your chest.
Yeah.
No, show a guy get raped once in a while, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, squeal like a pig.
Yeah. But I think it would have actually been a little bit more effective had they actually just made that implication a little bit.
Push the Project Blind Boy in there a little bit more.
Yeah. Less girl rapey, more guy rapey. Again, it's only just small issues that I have with the Rage Zombie where I feel like they could have.
Yeah, well, it's actually it is a relatively short
film. Yeah.
Yeah. So
hour and 40, hour and 45.
So we'll forgive plot holes.
I wouldn't even call it a plot hole at all.
We're picking up information from them. So
and this is on after millions and millions of watches of this film. Like, it's just one or two small things like that. I'm going to tell Danny Boyle how to correct his fucking work. But no, anything else that you liked before we wrap up on 28 Days Later?
Nope.
Well then, let's wrap up. That's 28 Days Later. It gets the usual Mono Rants recommends. And we will be back with the usual undecided film next week. In the meantime, if you want, you can listen to some of our previous episodes, or you can check out our other podcast, Mono Rants the Boys, or you can come and find us on Twitter at RantsMono, on Instagram at monorants_the_boys, or you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. And we'll be back next week. Bye-bye.
We are Science Fiction Remnant.
This is the Funny Science Fiction Podcast.
We are the Caribbean Science Fiction Network.
We are Monorants.
We are One Accord Level 2 Podcast.
This is Jesse from Sudden But Inevitable and Open Pike Night.
This is Sci-Fi.